Story time. So I want to tell you guys a story about how I gave birth and almost died. So I gave birth to my son. He's 2, thank God. I had him with no issues. After my birth, and TMI disclaimer, this is a little bit graphic. So if you don't want to hear about anything gruesome or nasty, you can exit out. But yes, I gave birth to my son. My family was there. My sister and my mother were there. They left because they were tired, they were exhausted. Everybody left. I was just me alone. And they had taken my baby to the nursery because I was exhausted. So after my birth, I was bleeding, heavily bleeding, and I just really needed to use the bathroom or the restroom to pee, and I couldn't. I tried the first time, I couldn't. So then a couple hours go by, I still have the urge to go to the bathroom. And I told my nurse that I needed to go. She was like, okay, we're going to get you up. But when they were trying to get me up, I was feeling dizzy or nauseous or, not able to get up. So they told me, okay, we're going to clean you up in the bed. They cleaned me up in the bed, but I was still heavily bleeding. That nurse kind of just cleaned me up and got me ready to go to the floor. I went to the floor and I told the nurse that was getting me that I still had to pee. And she was like, all right, you look really tired, you're exhausted. I'm gonna just let you rest and I'll come back and check on you. Okay. So I was like, all right. She left, came back. And if you've had a baby before, you know that they always press on your womb to make your womb go back down to where it's supposed to be because it's extended. It has to contract. So I, at that point, was exhausted and tired, and I was still dizzy. I took a nap, and when I woke up, this is what woke me up. I say the Holy Spirit woke me up because I woke up in a cold sweat. Like I woke up like somebody grabbed me from my chest and pulled me, and I woke up like sweating profusely, like hot. I was so hot, and I felt the urge to pee again. I called the nurse. She came 20 minutes later. By then, I'm telling her, like, listen, I have to pee. And she's like, okay. So she checks me, and she's like, oh my God, there's a lot of blood. And she starts pressing on my belly. And like, when I'm telling you, blood is just gushing out of me, it's just gushing out of me. And she was like, I need help. She called for somebody to come and help her. She called the other lady, and the other nurse was like, no, you need to call rapid. She's bleeding a lot, like it's active bleeding. They called me, and they didn't call me, I'm sorry. They called for the rapid. Everybody and their mother was in there. They were pumping me with medication. They were like trying to stop my bleeding. The nurses, the doctors are all trying to find out where I'm bleeding from, what is happening, why is all this blood coming out of me. I did not have a C-section, it was a natural birth. And when I'm telling you, there were blood clots, just it's bad. And by that point, I'm faint. I'm like, I'm out. Like, my blood pressure is tanking, it's so low. They're trying to get IVs in me to pump me. They're like questioning me, like, are you okay? Are you allergic to somebody? You have to stay awake, stay awake, stay awake. And by that point, I knew something was wrong because I worked in a medical field. So I know if they call a rapid on you, things ain't looking good. So I didn't know that I was bleeding out. Like, I had an idea that I was bleeding out, but not to the extent where it was, because the nurses wasn't, you kind of numb down there. So they're not telling you what's going on. But I could feel the clots when they would press on my belly. I could feel the clots coming out. So it was bad. By that point, I'm fading away. The nurses are trying to keep me awake, like, no, stay up, stay awake, stay awake. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong with you. We need to get this, answer these questions. And they're like, oh, who can we call? And all I could think was my children. Like, so I immediately started weeping. I was like, oh my God, my children, please, Lord, forgive me. I don't know, like, what's going on? Like, but please, if I die, please take care of my kids. Like, what is it? And everything just started like, what's gonna happen to my babies? Like, I just gave birth, my baby's in the nursery, he's not even here, he's gonna be by himself, there's nobody here. Like, all these thoughts started running through my mind. And they're like, and then the more time go by, the weaker I feel, and the more faint I feel. I feel like, I don't know if anybody has passed out before, that you just like gone. And I immediately start praying, and I'm like, Lord, I wasn't praying for God to save my life or to like keep me alive. I was more so praying so that He protect my kids. He makes sure that my kids were okay, and just be like, you know what, if you're taking me, like, just, you know, I don't know, forgive me. I don't know. You know, you never know if you've done something, you know, like in the moment. So I was just like pleading at that point. And I kept, like, the only thing I could think of was to tell the nurse to call my mom. I was like, call my mom. I need somebody praying for me. And my mom's a prayer warrior. She's a pastor. And I was like, I need somebody praying for me. Call my mother. That's all I can whisper to her, because at that point I couldn't even talk. I was so faint. I was so weak. I was telling her, like, call my mom, call my mom. And she handed me the phone. And I kind of like tried to dial a number, whatever number was there. I called my sister, she wasn't answering. And they're like, at this point, reeling me out of the room to take me into to the OR, because they were going to take me to OR to find out where I was bleeding from. So at that point, they placed a catheter inside of me and took me to the elevator. I'm in the elevator and I get a hold of, because one of my sisters answered, and now I'm trying to say to her, tell mommy I'm going to the OR. And she's like, what? Like yelling at me, what? I'm like, listen, I can't even speak anymore by that point. Guys, we're gonna go to part 2. If you want to hear part 2, let me know.